Hello, welcome to Jason the Old Millennial. My name is Jason, speaking to you here in my parents' basement in the great state of Kansas. And I'm reviewing the next Aliens movie on my list, which is Aliens 3, the third of the Alien franchise. And kind of almost a movie that seems to complete the original trilogy in a sense, with Sigourney Weaver playing Ripley. Though we do get one more movie after this with Sigourney Weaver that probably never should have been made, but this seems to be their idea of how the story should unfold, from the first Alien movie with Ridley Scott directing, and then to Aliens with James Cameron. And now this starts off right where we end on Aliens, with Ripley and the other crew member, and now I'm gonna forget his name, and the child and the girl that she was with. Those three main characters from the second movie all escape on a pod, and so we kind of see what happens to them. First off, weirdly, we get a third different director. This time we get David Fincher. I mean, pretty, a director that's very, well, respected in the film industry and known for making great thrillers and all that. So it seems like a pretty good director to direct this kind of movie. Though I think this is one of his earliest movies that he ever did direct, if I remember right, when I was looking up the information. So it's cool that you get three different kind of iconic filmmakers making the first three movies. And yeah, so of course, like I said, Sigourney Weaver comes back to play Ripley yet again. And yeah, so it starts off right away. I really hate the beginning of this movie, where we start off with the second movie, Aliens, actually ends with which I really liked. I should say, the first Alien movie, really thought it was boring, didn't care for it. Second movie, Aliens, really liked it. It was a fun action kind of sci-fi thriller movie, I thought, and it had a good ending to it. This movie kind of again, I hate when this happens, but this movie kind of destroys the happy ending of the second movie, and I hate that so much. I hate the way it begins. We begin with the escape pod, whatever, crash lands on this planet, and Michael Biehn's character and the little girl that were, especially the little girl, there's such a great, character, relationship between her, like a mother-daughter relationship that they had. And I'm spoiling this movie from the beginning, but they both are dead at the beginning of the movie. It's just like we start with, oh, they didn't survive this voyage, whatever, on the escape pod, and the only survivor is Sigourney Weaver's Ripley. And so she gets founded on this kind of planet, which is a penal colony planet, where everybody are prisoners of some kind, that kind of stranded on this planet and have to live there. And it's all men. And so they kind of come across Ripley, and they bring her in to help her because, with medical issues, whatever. So that's how it starts with that. So now the whole, again, what this movie, like, we got Alien. I thought a very boring movie, takes place on one ship, very slow moving, all this. Aliens, exciting, lots of stuff happening. This movie, we go back to Alien formula, very boring, very slow moving. Only one alien xenomorph villainous, monster. I said what I didn't like about the first movie is that there was only one xenomorph monster that's taking out this crew of the ship. Second movie is much more exciting because there's a bunch of xenomorphs, there's a bunch of gunfights, and xenomorphs killing people. That's a lot more interesting of a movie, in my opinion. This movie, we go back to that same boring formula that I really don't like, is that we only have one xenomorph alien, and it's taking out the prisoners in this penal colony, basically. So it all takes place in one place, this penal colony, and to me that's boring. Having one setting, one xenomorph alien, don't like it at all. And I realized when watching this, when I think about Alien as a kid, when I first kind of came aware of the Alien franchise, or that there's this kind of horror movie, sci-fi movie called Aliens, whatever. The image I first saw is from this movie, which I didn't realize. I thought it was from the original Alien movie. But I was watching this, I go, oh no, this is the movie I remember seeing advertisement for, or whatever. Because again, and this came out, I think, in the early 90s or something like that. So it makes sense. It would have came out during a time period when I was young and I was starting to pay attention to movies. So I guess that's why it must have been a new movie that I must have saw a clip of or something. Maybe I saw a trailer, I don't know. Because when she comes across this penal colony, all the prisoners, and they're supposed to be like the murderers and rapers and all this terrible people. They all are bald. They all wear like same clothes, I believe, and they all shave their hair off. So Sigourney Weaver comes in with the full head of hair that she usually has, but they shave her bald in this to fit this penal colony, I guess. And there's this one scene where the xenomorph alien, again, xenomorph alien, like I guess is on the escape pod somehow, which I don't quite understand how that worked. And it comes out of a dog or something like that, or I thought it was a cow or something. I don't know, but I think I heard it was a dog or something. I don't know. So it comes out of an animal, and that's how the xenomorph alien gets on this penal colony, and of course grows into a full alien, and then starts killing people. Which it's it loves the xenomorph aliens in the franchise. It's best when they're like in dark, secluded places where people are walking around, and then it can, you know. It can jump on them, whatever, or sneak up on them, and anytime a person is walking during a dark corridor, they're going to be dead. Or like, yeah, they're dead, because why are they walking down this corridor except for we want to see them get killed by a xenomorph alien? But anyway, so there's a scene where the xenomorph alien comes to Ripley, and Ripley is like cowering down and very scared, and the alien's face comes right up to it, and it opens his mouth, and that little mouth like comes out and is very close to her face. It's a good scene. I mean, it's a good image, and it's iconic. I think maybe one of those iconic images of the Alien franchise. And I realize now that's the first image I think I ever saw of the Aliens franchise. Was I came across that as a kid somewhere. When I saw that, I went like, "What the heck?" Cause it is kind of shocking to see. It's scary. I mean, it's a good design for an alien, the xenomorph alien. It's got this scary look, and what they do best is like. Every time they show close up, it's always like looks like it's got saliva always falling from its mouth constantly, which makes it even kind of a scarier look. And you see its very sharp teeth all the time. And then it opens his mouth, and then another little mouth comes out. As a kid, I was like, "What is going on?" Like that was such a I don't know, shocking kind of thing to see as a kid. And yeah, it kind of freaks you out. Go, okay, I know I don't want to watch this movie. It's too scary for me as a kid. But anyway, so yeah, that's definitely like the cool image of the movie. I did like seeing Charles Dance here. I didn't know he was in this movie, and I was like, Tywin Lannister's in the movie. Like, that's so cool. Like, way before Game of Thrones. So I really liked him in the movie, actually. He was really good. Also, another Charles Dutton, who plays kind of the leader somewhat of these prisoners. It's kind of a spiritual person in a sense. And yeah, becomes kind of friends with Ripley. I thought he was really good too. So it's like two pretty good performances by those two. And even like Pete Postlethwaite, whatever, is in here, which is a good actor. He has a bit of a small part here. So it's kind of cool to see him as well. But yeah, the movie was very boring, very slow movie. Didn't really care too much about the characters. And again, I hate that what it did to the second movie. And again, it's so downgraded from the second movie being cool and exciting, and then you get another really boring, slow-moving movie taking one place. So man, really disappointed that this is where the Alien franchise like went with this third movie. And yeah, so the whole movie is just this one xenomorph he's taken out, and she knows, of course, she's like, okay, listen to me. I know how to deal with these xenomorph aliens. And, we have to come up with a plan how to get rid of this one xenomorph alien. And they have to contact, like, whoever's in charge of this penal colony to come down and, I guess, maybe rescue them or something like that. But it's going to take a couple days. So it's like they have a couple days to try to survive this one alien from killing all of them. The worst thing about this movie, though, for me, is the alien this is the first time we get, like, a totally CGI'd alien. And it looks terrible, because this is, like, early 90s CGI. And it's not good. And so anytime you have the CGI alien running around, which they do a bit in this movie, oh my gosh, it looks horrible. It really took me out of the movie. Again, the aliens they worked in Aliens for some reason. I think it's because they must have practical effect aliens. Like they built alien models and had them for a lot of the close-ups. And we have a couple of far-away shots, but maybe they did it just in a way that it didn't look too CGI'd or whatever, or worked within the movie. This is the worst so far from what I've seen. I don't think I'm going to see anything worse than this. That's the worst CGI I've seen in the whole Alien Predator series so far. And I really hate a bad CGI, monster character now. I love practical, costumes and effects and designs, animorphic, animatronic type aliens work better. But the close-ups still look good. Like when there's a close-up on the alien, they must still have like the the original kind of like design look, whatever. That it still looks good in close-ups. Just far away shots, it looks horrible. Doesn't look scary at all. None of the kills were that interesting, really, or scary. Didn't really care for any of it. And the whole movie, they're just basically like, let's get to this furnace area and shut the doors and try to burn it to death. And that's their whole like plot, is to try to lure it to this furnace area. Then there's another weird plot at the very end that I don't quite understand how this happened, but Ripley is impregnated by like the queen alien, and that's why the alien at one point didn't kill her when it could have, because it senses the queen alien inside of her. And I don't remember when I don't know if she got face hugger alien while she was in the escape pod. I'm not sure, but somehow she got impregnated. Anyway, so then the company comes, the Weyland company, whatever, the evil company that wants to capture one of these aliens used for like a bioweapon. It comes and it's like, hey, we need to get that alien out of you. And she's like, of course, not trusting, like, what? You're going to use it for a weapon? They're like, no, we're not. We're going to destroy it. Of course, she doesn't believe them. So, again, spoiling the movie. I'm sorry. I'm going to spoil this movie. It's 30-some years old. But she ends up killing herself by jumping into this, I don't know, acid water or something. And the idea is that she's killing herself. She's going to kill the alien inside of her, the queen alien. And if she does that, then she can save like mankind maybe, and that none of these aliens will get out. The company won't have any of these aliens to use for whatever villainous purposes they have, I guess. And so, I get it that it's like, okay, I think they thought this is the third and last Alien movie. This is the last movie we're going to have with the Ripley character. Last movie is Sigourney Weaver. Let's end on an epic note, and kind of like the Terminator 2 or something, and we're going to have her die at the end and go, okay, that's the end of the franchise, whatever. I don't know. To me, it's not that good of an ending. I like a better happy ending. Like, to me, Aliens is a better like happy ending where I feel like, okay, I feel pretty good about where the characters are going and what happened to them. This is like, oh, what was the purpose of the other Alien movie if this is the result? It just kind of kills everything for me. So yeah, I really thought this was a horrible movie. Another bad one in this franchise of many, many bad movies. So overall, I'm gonna give it a 1 star again, like the first Alien movie. I'll give it a 1 star. Overall, yeah, just really a disappointing movie that I wish they didn't make. Should have ended with the Aliens end with Aliens and never make another Alien movie. But of course, the franchise is popular enough they kept making tons and tons and tons, and they're still making them today. But anyways, that's my thought on Alien 3 or Aliens 3. I think it's Alien 3. So please comment, what do you think about Alien 3? Did you like it at all, or did you hate it like I did? Love to see any of your thoughts. And besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for liking it. Thank you to all my subscribers for supporting the channel. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a good day.